Namaste! Welcome, Mary Jane Casliner, Feng Shui Yogi Lifestyle Master. Today is the autumnal equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's a perfect time to celebrate balance. The light of the sun is perfectly poised between day and night, equal balance, not unlike the equinox cross that shows a perfect balance between seasons. And it joins at the center, over the heart center, the Vesica of Pisces, representing God ideation of spirit, blending in perfect balance with matter or man. When we look at the equinox cross, it connects over the cardinal points. And in Feng Shui, the cardinal points are very powerful. They represent the heavenly stems, or pure chi, or pure quintessence. So we honor this time of year. It is a time that we can show gratitude for all that we have. It's a time of reaping and harvest. It is also a time to turn inward. If we follow the macrocosm or Mother Nature, we can see that the plants begin to lose their vegetation. The leaves begin to drop off the trees. And so it is suggesting to us to let go so that we can rest and replenish as wisdom will begin to rise and things will flourish once again at the time of spring. So in order to move ourselves inward here, there are a few things that must happen. We need to excavate everything that is lying beneath that we have been hiding or just kind of shoving down there. And what that does is it creates blockages, not only in our body, but also within our minds, and then ultimately in our spirit. So the best way to begin to excavate is to begin to unfetter yourself. So start with a cleansing in your diet for your body to become lighter. And then move into your meditation practices to allow the mind to become quieter. And when we move into the meditation practices, we begin to open the doorway through the third eye. And that doorway through the third eye allows us to tap into our intuition, which is really awakening during this time of the year at the autumnal equinox, through the trigram that we call Dui in Feng Shui. And so with that trigram that represents three lines, the three lines that stand for heaven, man, and earth. And so again, it comes back to that equinox cross at the center. The Vesica of Pisces is what's basically gathering that God ideation of the heavenly line that will bring us into the man line, the middle line, and then down onto the earthly realm. And so it becomes this balance between the two realms, heavenly and earthly, at the center for perfect balance. And this is the time to celebrate that balance. In that trigram of Dui, the heavenly line is open. It's two short lines with an opening in the center. And that opening, because it's the heavenly line, is an opening to the higher self. And so we tap into that through our meditation practices. Part of that meditation practice will come easier for us when the body is cleansed and when the body is more comfortable, so it doesn't tug at us when we are in seated meditation. The other thing that we must do is unclutter or unfetter our physical environment. That is the macrocosm by which we as the microcosm place ourselves inside. So the fall is a perfect time to declutter the home, to space clear it and open it up, because we are going to be venturing inside. So why not clear out that space so that we can become more centered and grounded and focused in our practices. The trigram of Dui in nature represents the lake. And so here we are at the lake, where we're going to go ahead and move through our giving back ceremony, a time of blessings and harvest. And so here on my tray, I have 7 bouquets. And the reason why we have 7 is because the Loshu number that goes with the trigram of Dwi that's represented at the autumnal equinox is 7. And so we have a bouquet to represent the blessings of earth. So we have these beautiful flowers that grow upon the earth. And then also within this bouquet, I have tied a feather. And the feather represents the spirit, our spirit energy, the quantum field, the quintessence, the God ideation of the Vesica of Pisces at the center, that we can blend and balance with the earthly realm, the matter, okay, our physical journey upon the earth. So before we move our blessings into the lake as an offering, and we can give this offering by setting an intention with each of these bouquets, because the autumnal equinox is also a fabulous time to revisit our intentions, to re-energize them, re-envision them, so we can get really rooted, right, and be able to think about what these intentions will be. So I think it's a good idea that we can do a few asanas in seated position to ground ourselves before we set our intentions and our offerings into the lake as thanks. So let's begin by inhaling the right arm up close to the ear here. And we'll take the left hand and just gently walk it out towards your left. So you begin to lean over to the left and you open the right side body here. And then gently begin to pivot around your spine and gaze upward here. So we're creating this axis line from heaven to earth. Taking a nice deep breath in and then softening the breath back out. And then gently rising back up, we'll take it to the other side. As we gently begin to walk the right fingertips out, as that left arm rises up and out, continue walking the right fingertips, walking. And then gently rotate around the heart, your gaze shining upwards. Once again, gazing up towards the heavens, through the third eye, tapping into higher self. Connection to the earth. And then gently walk it back up, releasing the left fingertips down upon the earth. We'll go ahead and take the right hand to the left knee, and we'll take the left arm behind us. Lengthen out through the pelvic, up through the Sushumna of the spine, up through the crown of the head, and then gaze softly to your left. So we create this seated spinal twist. We can see where we've been. Creating the spirals in the universe, sacred geometry, spiraling upwards towards the cosmos and down in towards the core of the earth. And then gently coming back to your center. We'll go ahead and take the left hand to the right wrist, right knee, and take the right hand behind. We'll gently lift up out of the pelvis and twist, gazing over the right shoulder. Taking a nice deep breath in, spiraling the energy upwards from the earth, up through the crown. And then gently countering and coming back to the center here. We'll come into some Sufi circles here. So we'll begin to stir the energy in the lower body here. So we'll take the heart and move it towards the left, spiraling the heart down into the earth and opening up. Exhale down. And as we take this clockwise movement around, spinning into the earth, we begin to ground down into our life journey. And then raising the energy up through the crown, broadening out through your collarbones. And then gently rotating to the right, letting the heart melt down, spiraling down into the earth. Counterclockwise, opening the energy up from the heart all the way up to the crown of the head, rotating around. softening in and lifting back up here. Taking a pause, lift up through the back of the skull and let it rise up through the crown. And let's go ahead and take our hands onto the shoulders here. So we're connecting to two meridians here, the large intestines and the lungs, which also open up during this season of metal energy. And so we're going to inhale to the right and exhale to the left. And you can begin to take the motion as quick as you'd like to. And then begin to slow it down, washing the energy back down into the earth and just pausing for a moment here. Maybe the energy just quieting a little bit more down. Breathing in and breathing out. And let's go ahead now and take our bouquets one by one. All right? Hearing the energy that is all around us. The lawns being mowed. We can't forget that we're still here on the earthly journey and we have things that we have to do. So let's take our intentions and begin to bring them into the waters. Float them out as an offering. So now I've released all of the bouquets into the lake. And we release our intentions into the lake. And you can take part in any type of celebration that works for you on this autumnal equinox. And I thank you for joining me in this process. And I wish you many blessings. Happy fall. Namaste.